Well, the former players are happy because they believe they get an opportunity to have a part in this franchise again. I think when Dan came along, he had this mindset where, yeah, he needed us when he needed us, but he didn't want to have us around a lot. And a lot of guys feel that way. I think a lot of fans are happy because they wanted to get rid of him. You get to a point where you just don't think you can have any success with a certain person, and it got to that point. And I think a lot of people are happy. Listen, if people are supporting Dan today, I haven't heard one of them. I've been on radio since about 10 o'clock. And it's what, 3:22 now on the East Coast? And I haven't heard anybody support him. I just think that sometimes change is necessary. I was in Washington for 10 years, and they thought that I was a problem and let me go. They still losing here. But the ultimate thing was
Turns out it wasn't you at all.
it wasn't me, but they thought that change was necessary. But right now it's just that, you're talking about a historical franchise
Yes.
that was winning very, very often. And then somebody comes in and now the team is like a laughing stock of the league. Something needs to change for the people here to have some pride and good feelings about themselves.
You said you were on the radio. If people don't know, or you don't live in D.C., Brian, you have a radio show. So you're really telling me there was not any support there was nobody that was against this move on your radio show today?
Nobody that called in today with us being here all day. And for the last almost hour and 30 minutes, I've been listening to the show after me. No one has called in support. Everyone is happy about the change because I think they have seen it now where the focus has not been on football for I don't know how many years. The focus is what's happening off the field. And I've always said, I don't care. I remember when Joe Gibbs was here and I had a secretary tell me, Coach Gibbs said, make sure the players are happy because when they're happy, they perform well. When they perform well, we all win. Well, I also saw when Dan came in where he made it seem like they needed to be the stars. The salespeople needed to be the stars. Nobody pays money to see a damn salesperson. No. They don't pay money to see an owner. The owners are great. They spend money. But their money is nothing without the players on the football field. So right now, I hope someone comes in and understand that the mindset has to be put back on the players and not necessarily everything outside of the players.
When we started, I obviously brought up Magic Johnson, and from everything we know, Magic not the main guy here. Josh Harris, the billionaire who owns the Sixers and the Devils, New Jersey Devils, seems that he's the front guy here, but still Magic is part of this group, Brian. Mm-hmm. How about, I don't know if you know Magic or not, but how about just getting this icon into Washington as one of the new owners of the organization?
Well, Magic is already in the area. He had the Magic Johnson Studios over there. And right next, not far from the stadium where it is now. I think with Josh Harris and also Mitchell Rails, those guys are kind of like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yes, they have the money. They're going to be the front people. But you need somebody who doesn't have a problem shaking hands and kissing babies. Right. This is the political aspect of it. Magic is a guy who smiles a lot. People love him. He's been successful everywhere he's been. You look at the teams that he's been involved with since. He's become a part owner of other franchises, and they've been successful. So that's a great move, I think, to make. But I think also you got to find a way to have some people here from this franchise that were legends, Darryl Greens, the Art Monks, Arnie Coleman's, those type of guys to be able to step in and help out as well. You listen, everybody can't throw in the same level of money, but I guarantee you the cachet of a Darryl Green mixed with an Art Monk and a Monty Coleman will probably exceed Magic Johnson in this area. I love Magic, and I think Magic's going to be great for this franchise. But ultimately, you can't forget about the people that did it here, people that built the name of this franchise, built the name to make people love this team so much to be involved as well.
And understood on what you're saying about those three guys. Obviously, you being someone who is incredibly important to the franchise, in the
I scare people.
Yeah. Hey,
kind of hard for me to be.
Go back and look it up, guys. If you're not familiar with Brian, go back and look because this man could run the football. Brian, and I know some of these are your other teams, with the exception of the Cowboys here. But what does this mean for the rest of the NFC East today? I'm a Giants guy. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of worried, to be honest with you, Brian.
Well, I think a lot of people, just like we here. We love the fact that Jerry Jones is still in Dallas and like to get involved a lot. Jerry makes a lot of money. Jerry is loved by his fans. Does a lot of great things, but they don't win any big games. Okay, So as much as they're supposed to win big games, we still equal with them. They don't win Super Bowls, we don't win Super Bowls. But you look at the Giants, I think the Giants might be worried because they might have been happy that Dan was in place. The Eagles might be happy that Dan was in place. But right now, I think the Eagles are kind of mixed. This guy owns the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes.
How are we going to support the Sixers when he supports the Commanders? I think ultimately, Philadelphia is a different type of fan base. They're very knowledgeable. I wonder for Josh, how will you be received in Philly owning the Commanders?
Right. And knowing, obviously, as much as they love the Sixers, we know that that's an Eagle city. That's most important. So that's good. Before I let you go, Brian, are you at a party right now for Daniel Snyder? He can't hear, I hope.
Well, we're at a brewery called Olak's Brewery. It's the By Dan, B-Y-E, not B-U-Y.
Oh, this is okay. So this is not like, hey, we're celebrating you. This is like
goodbye. We're not saying we're gonna buy your
like
stuff.
See ya.
Yeah, we have this brewery, and there's a lot of people here. They've been here since 9 something in the morning. I drove at 9 something, and the parking lot was full. The people in there, they said they weren't gonna open till 12. Sold out of the beer, but they will have some more for them coming up. And I think, look, people are excited. Listen. When you move to another country before you sell an entity, you basically just told us you weren't in this thing anyway. You wanted to be away when things happen. That's not about real people. That's not about pride. That's not about somebody who has some oomph about themselves. So, bye-bye. Thank you. You came in, you did what you had to do. You screwed it up. We're going to try to build it back up.
There it is. All-Pro Brian Mitchell. See you later, Dan Snyder. Welcome, Josh Harris and Magic Johnson.